Another day, another story. 8 tips on how to succeed by being wrong. Wrongness is not a failing, but a sign of creativity. Great innovators such as Einstein, Picasso and Darwin all made their mark precisely because they did not fit in. They dared to see things differently, and as a result, we have light bulbs that last longer, paintings with hidden meanings, and vaccines that eradicate diseases. And while being wrong is often seen as something to be avoided, or at least kept under wraps, we believe it can be one of your greatest assets as an innovator or creative thinker. When you're coming up with new ideas or solving problems, being right too soon can be your worst enemy. That's why these 8 tips on how to succeed by being wrong are essential for anyone who wants to challenge the status quo and create something truly unique and unexpected. Welcome to Kenny Gold Luxury, where we share everything about luxury and assist you in experiencing the lifestyle of the wealthy. We classify the world's priciest goods and take a peek inside the homes of the richest people on the planet. The 8 tips on how to succeed by being wrong are: Number 1. Be wrong as fast as you can. The sooner you identify a gap between your expectations and reality, the faster you can throw out your preconceived ideas and start afresh. And this is the key to creativity, being able to look at a problem from a different angle, using different information, or trying a new approach. This doesn't mean you should walk into a meeting with no idea of the subject at hand, or try to be wrong on purpose. What it does mean, however, is that once you start on a path, you must be willing to throw open the doors of opportunity and walk through them as soon as they appear. Great innovators and creatives such as Steve Jobs, Walt Disney and Bob Dylan were not only able to be wrong, but also to realize it as soon as possible. They were able to visualize the solution even before they knew the problem. Number 2. Ask the right questions. Asking the right questions is the first step to getting to the root of any issue. It allows you to step away from your current perspective and approach, and can help you to better understand your audience, customers, or the situation. In fact, asking the right questions is so important that the most successful executives spend more time thinking than doing. And this is not simply a case of brainstorming more ideas. Instead, you need to be strategic about how you approach your questioning in order to avoid the bias of your current perspective. Asking the right questions can help you to identify problems and come up with solutions. Understand your audience and their needs. Create new opportunities and identify new ways of doing things. Make better strategic decisions. Number 3. Learn to be comfortable with uncertainty. Being wrong is not only part of the creative process, it is part of the human experience. Even when you have done everything right, there are no guarantees that what you are pursuing will work out. When it comes to forecasting the future and the impact of your decisions, there is no such thing as absolute certainty. However, that does not mean you should shy away from those important decisions and opportunities. Instead, it means you need to learn to be comfortable with uncertainty and be willing to take risks. After all, decision-making and risk-taking are 2 sides of the same coin. What can help you to become more comfortable with uncertainty is to be more prepared. When you are prepared, you can be confident that you have explored all your options, considered the risks, and planned for the worst-case scenario. Being prepared means being ready for anything and allowing yourself to take the leap. Number 4. Celebrate being wrong. Being wrong is not a sign of weakness, but a sign that you are growing and learning. Allowing yourself to make mistakes and celebrate being wrong means you are letting go of the pressure to get everything right. Instead, you are accepting that nothing will be perfect, and that you will have to make changes along the way. In fact, when you celebrate being wrong, you are recognizing and accepting that mistakes are an inevitable part of life. With that in mind, they don't need to signify a failure. After all, they can actually be a sign that you are challenging yourself and trying new things, which is essential to growth and success. Number 5. Understand why you're wrong. Being wrong is not just about identifying where you went wrong, it is about figuring out why you are wrong. This will help you to avoid making the same mistake again and give you the insight you need to make the right decision. Understanding why you are wrong will help you to avoid relying on your emotions and knee-jerk reactions. Instead, it will give you the space to reflect on your mistake with a logical and analytical approach. Rather than giving in to frustration, disappointment or embarrassment, you must be ready to explore your failure and use it to your advantage. Understand why you are wrong and you will get one step closer to being right. Number 6. Question your assumptions. Assumptions are the things that we often don't even realize we know. They are the conclusions we have drawn without necessarily having the evidence to back them up. And while assumptions can be a great way to shortcut decision making, they can also be detrimental when they are not accurate. What separates successful people from unsuccessful people is not that one group has all the answers, but that they are able to challenge their assumptions and ask the right questions to get them. Taking the time to reflect on your assumptions will help you to identify blind spots and avoid making mistakes based on inaccurate information. Questioning your assumptions will also help you to be more comfortable with uncertainty. It is only by taking the time to question what you know for sure that you will be able to step away from your current perspective and approach. Number 7. Look for new information. The best way to challenge your assumptions, question your preconceived ideas, and see things from a different perspective is to look for new information. You need to be open to trying new things, talking to new people, and expanding your knowledge and experience. This does not mean you should walk into a new situation with no knowledge. What it does mean, however, is that you should approach every situation with genuine curiosity. Be open to learning from others and exploring new ways of doing things. You never know what information you might glean that could change your perspective or help you to reach a new conclusion. And number 8. Don't be afraid to be wrong again. Being wrong can be an intimidating experience, but it doesn't have to be a sign of weakness. Instead, it can be a sign that you are pushing yourself and trying new things. By refusing to be wrong, you are preventing yourself from growing and reaching your potential. However, by being more open to being wrong again, you are promoting innovation and challenging yourself to find better ways of doing things. There is no shame in being wrong, and it will happen from time to time. Instead of trying to avoid it, embrace it as a sign that you are challenging yourself and trying to improve your ideas and outcomes. Bottom line: wrongness is not a failing, it is a sign of creativity. Great innovators such as Einstein, Picasso, and Darwin all made their mark precisely because they did not fit in. They dared to see things differently, and as a result, we have light bulbs that last longer, paintings with hidden meanings, and vaccines that eradicate diseases. And while being wrong is often seen as a sign of weakness, it can be one of your greatest assets as an innovator or creative thinker. Be wrong as fast as you can, ask the right questions, and be comfortable with uncertainty. Then, celebrate being wrong and question your assumptions. Finally, look for new information and don't be afraid to be wrong again. Your top choice for the next group of millionaires, entrepreneurs, and business people is Kenny Gold Luxury. Follow for more wonderful and inspiring content.